Hi, this is Grace, and well, welcome to um, my humble abode. This video is in response to Natalia's hashtag daily readings, hashtag nesting doll or nesting dolls, and yeah. So I'm still figuring this out. So I'm going to begin by divulging to you that I'm still figuring this out. I thought I had a system for 2019, but I'm not completely convinced, or I'm not completely satisfied with my system. Sorry, I have to tend to files. Sliding. Okay. Sorry if I seem a little bit in a panic. It's because it's late afternoon here and the sun's gonna set any second. So I better start talking. All right. So I'll describe what I've been doing this year, and then I'll describe to you what I'm going to change. As a matter of fact, I was already thinking about changing it because for me, this switches over. November switches over to my second depth year. So for me, November's the start of my second depth year, the start of the year, and all that jazz. But it doesn't change something else. All right, let me start. First thing I do at the end of every year. I do the numerology equation, numerology formula, where you take your day of birth, your month of birth, you add it to the coming year. So I did my birthday month plus my birthday plus month plus 2019, and I got my card of the year. Now there's a lot of discussion about whether this starts on your actual birthday, and if like the first portion of the year prior to your birthday, if you're still writing on that number and card that was for the previous year. I'm not going to get into that because that's just going to go way beyond the scope of this VR. A book that I highly recommend is the one I have been using for decades. It's Tarot for Yourself by Mary K. Greer. Yeah, Mary K. Greer. And there's great videos out there if you do a search. Brian Cormac Carr did a great video explaining how you calculate the different tarot cards for your birth, your birth card, your soul card, your card of the year. He's done a tremendous job. I will be linking to that below this video. Okay, back to daily draws. So I start with every day, every day of the year, I keep in mind this card that I got for the year. Lucky me, I got the Hierophant. So I've been having a very Hierophanty year. Yeah. It's okay. It's all good. Then, at the end of the previous year, so in December of 2018, I tried to do it on New Year's Eve, but I at least, I think last year I did it on the 30th. Whatever. You get the gist. I do a 12 card spread. One card per month. And I write it, I map it out. The only thing I'm going to change this year is actually use pictures because this looks pretty uninspiring. So you still with me? I'm sorry. I know. I tried to be prepared. So I did my reading for the year, one card per month. And what I do is, at the end of the month, I reflect upon the previous, like I reflect upon the month that just passed. So for instance, at the end of November, I'm going to reflect upon November and see how that card I drew in December of 2018, how that energy manifested itself or presented itself or affected me in the month of November. However, I don't leave it just at that. I do daily draws. I do daily draws, and it's one tarot, one oracle. And how I choose a tarot deck and the oracle deck has nothing to do with this process. That usually is sometimes wanting to get to know a deck that I haven't worked with a lot, or revisiting an old friend. The point I'm trying to make is that I do a daily draw, and I usually do it in the morning before I even head out to have my coffee. All right. I pick my tarot card of the day and my oracle card of the day, and I place them on my dresser in my bedroom, and that's where they stay. And I look at them, I internalize what they are, and I go on with my day. When I come home, or at the end of the day, I come back to see the cards I drew in the morning. Now, I'd be lying if I told you if I drew something remarkable. Yeah, I don't just move on and go off, on my day or whatever. I am thinking about it. It does remain with me, and I say to myself, "Oh, I wonder how that's going to play out." But for the most part, day to day, sometimes I don't even have the time to reflect. I don't ready, and honestly, what I want to change going forward this year coming is that I want to start journaling more and at least recording what these cards are, because I haven't been really good at that. At the end of the day, I look at the two cards, the tarot card and the oracle card that I drew for that day. And I look at it and interpret it in relation to my card of the year, the Hierophant, and my card of the month. So for instance, in November, my daily draws, I will draw the tarot card and the oracle card, and then I interpret it in relation to the Hierophant, that encompasses my entire year, and my monthly card, which happens to be the Ten of Spades, or the Ten of Swords. I mentioned in previous videos my trepidation entering into this month with the Ten of Swords. I understand, yes, that it's not usually is not even the right word to use. I've had the experience where I have lost people dear to me when I've gotten the Ten of Swords as a monthly card. So the trepidation is there. However, so far so good. Almost halfway through the month, and I'm seeing the Ten of Swords energy, how it's manifesting in relation to the Hierophant, my card of the year, and my daily draws. So I hope that made sense. Now I'm looking at this system that I set up, which sadly is not really a system, because unless you're recording what you're experiencing, the cards that are coming through, and all the, unless I'm actually journaling about, or at least recording it, recording observations, I don't think I'm getting everything out of it. Although I'm capable to maintain a lot of information, up here, I think I'm missing the finer points. So I want to change that, and going forward, I will be recording it in my tarot journal. But I'm also noticing, even without recording, that there's a gap. So I have the over-encompassing energy of the Hierophant for the year 2019. And I have my monthly card, let's say for November, that is the Ten of Swords. And I have my daily draws, but I feel like I could sandwich in either one card for the week. See, because so far I have 3 cards. I already start 4 cards. I already start out with Hierophant and Ten of Swords, and I don't have to have the cards out because they're, they're here. And then I have the tarot card and the oracle card of the day. But there's a gap there. And I'm thinking of incorporating either a weekly card of the week, to fill in that gap between year, month, week, and then daily. Or what I'm also looking at is perhaps for my weekly reading to perhaps do a 3-card spread on trying to identify where, in what aspect of my life is the Hierophant energy dominating right now or this week. What aspect of my life is the Ten of Swords energy dominating this week? I'm still tweaking it. I'm still trying to figure it out. So I'm really excited about this VR, and I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone else's contribution, because I need something I can use. Also, because I feel that there's a gap, and I think the gap is, no, I don't know. I don't even think what the gap is. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe, I think for 2020 I may want to, because, I'm sorry, I did have a year, a word of the year that I selected by using an oracle deck. So my word of the year has been reflection for 2019, and how. The Hierophant was my tarot card by the calculation, and then I have my monthly energies, tarot cards that come up. And I think what I want to do is I want to layer it. You know how Natalia calls it the nesting doll? This is my Matryoshka. I love her. Anyways, there's a whole story behind this, and it's not for this video, but thank you for noticing, Natalia. I'm sorry. I went off track. Okay. I think what I want to also do, because I like this layering of, or the nesting doll, but for me it's like going deeper, this layering. Maybe I want to add an oracle card that to help as a clarifier for the tarot cards. So as I already do the daily tarot card and oracle card, I feel that when I do that daily, I get the tarot card tells me the energy or what will be presented to me that day, and the oracle tells me how it's going to unfold, or how I'm going to approach, or what the best approach is. So for instance, if I get a very active tarot card, or there seems to be a lot of confusion or whatever, the oracle card the oracle card will give me a little insight on whether I need to solve this problem or sit it out. That kind of guidance. And going forward, what I want to do, to continue with that layering, is maybe add an oracle at the end of this year for next year, for each month, draw an oracle card. But I feel like it has to be a specific theme or focus, not just one of it has to be from a heavily themed, a heavily organized, systematic kind of oracle, like the Weaver's Oracle, something like that. And that's where I'm at. So as you can tell from my video, I'm all over the freaking place because I'm still working this out. That's what I find. That's what I love about tarot. Yeah, so what? I've been reading tarot cards for 35 years. Big whoop. It's still new to me. There's still so much to learn. And that's why I still find it very exciting and very engaging. So yeah. So that's where I'm at with my daily draws. Um, and I feel like I need to put more of a system of recording my readings, and so I can reflect upon them better. And I love the idea of having, like, this time I'm actually going to put print out the little pictures, the cards, so I can have the visual prompts as well. Um, Again, so it unfolds like a storybook. But for me, I'm going for a very layered approach, because for me, I use the tarot primarily to learn about myself, like a lot of you, I guess. Um, and there's so much I don't know. Thanks for tuning in. Please check the hashtag below. I will have that video that I promised by Brian Cormac Carr linked below as well. I wish you all a beautiful day. Thanks for stopping by.